Let's begin the bulletin with the breaking news that is coming in from the national capital. An espionage racket supported by Pakistan's rogue spy agency ISI has been busted in the national capital. One handler of Pakistan intelligence operative and one serving border security personnel from the BSF has been arrested. That's what the news that is coming in. Secret and confidential documents having implications on national security have also been recovered. This espionage racket was supported by the Pakistan ISI has been busted. One handler has been arrested along with one BSF personnel. Kaifatullah. Anindo Banerjee, my colleague, is now joining me on the phone line for more on this. Anindo, bring us up to speed about this operation, the people, those who have been arrested. Okay, we seem to have lost that line with Anindo Banerjee. In fact, information that is trickling in is that Kaifatullah Khan, alias Master Raja, he's 44 years old. He is one of the person who has been arrested. He is a resident of Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir, who was in fact in contact with various security agencies through which he was procuring secret and confidential information detrimental to the security of the country. Kamaljeet Sandhu, my colleague, is now joining me on the phone line for more on this. Kamal, a serious and a big, in fact, development as far as national security is concerned. ISI operative and a BSF, serving BSF officer arrested in Delhi.
Well, definitely so. And what we've come to know from our sources is Delhi police had actually worked on this module as such. And this is, remember, an old policy of ISI to use serving personnel, whether high-ranking or low officials. Remember, this man was a head constable in Rajouri. So the sort of information coming in, and obviously a lot of money was offered to him so that he could pass on some crucial details. Now, this is something that the serving as well as the military and paramilitary have been wary of. This is an old system, how ISI really works as far as honey trap or providing money really is concerned. But the fact is that it could be detected in time. The man, the ISI man, as well as the head constable, both firmly behind bars. This is obviously an unraveling of another espionage and the policy that Pakistan really follows on leading India by 1,000 cuts.
Kamal, if you could also tell us more details about the kind of documents that have been recovered from these men.
Well, remember, this particular man, the head constable who was in BSF, and now Rajouri is a place to which he belongs, is a very crucial part of Jammu and Kashmir and close to the borders. Now, what is also important is that he was in the library, and obviously some crucial information as far as important official secret documents are concerned, that have been somehow transferred to ISI. And remember, they are the ones who try and get as much information as possible, whether it is regarding the security movement or whether it is about the strategy that India really has. So in that particular context, this entire thing becomes really important. But remember, this has been nipped in the bud. That is what is more important, Ankit.
Okay, Anindo Banerjee is also on the phone line with me. Anindo, I just want to ask you, where are these people, this ISI handler and the BSF constable, where are they as of now? And what's the status of the investigation as of now?
Well, I need to realize that that's why it is not diverging much, but still they have been kept under in a safe house as we are giving to understand for a time, but nobody apart from the higher ups in the police office is of the understanding that where they are actually right now. But as Kamal is rightly saying, that the matter is of national security, and that's why not only the police but also the MHS officers are also involved in this whole operation.
Going back to Kamaljeet Sandhu, my colleague, who is still on the phone line with me. Kamal, what are the security agencies hoping to achieve from this? Of course, this is a big bust, one BSF soldier. There would be many more who possibly are in this racket.
Well, Ankit, you're absolutely right. He, in fact, did try and really help the ISI agent not only establishing contacts but also used some of his relatives, Abdul Rashid in particular, to pass on crucial information. And remember, the surrounding that he was staying in was close to not just the BSF area but also close to the Air Force headquarters. So this is something that he had been passing on, trying to get more information regarding movement of vehicles. And we've seen big attacks like the Udhampur terror attack taking place. We've also seen many, the latest attack as far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned in Tangdha taking place. So these officials who are really involved in operation, who are part of particular paramilitary, do have certain amount of information in terms of deployment, border outposts. So this is some information that ISI can perhaps use, and especially sensitive areas, especially both international border and line of control.
Yes.
And that is how their information and passing on information to the enemy becomes extremely crucial.
Kamal, before I let you go, I just would want to ask you one more question about after this racket has been busted, what are the kind of precautions being taken, especially in the sector where this BSF Jawan was deployed?
Well, you know, there is this internal surveillance which is very much done, whether it is regarding senior officers of lower-ranking men as well. The fact remains that they've been wary of ISI designs, Pakistan designs. They're always obviously warning people about honey traps, about how they could be lurement as far as money is concerned. So yes, that is a caution which is always there. But definitely keeping a check, and obviously just not only having a pattern of modus operandi in mind, but also keeping a check on the behavior of the officers, getting crucial information and getting a self-check. And these are a number of checks they really do to ensure that officers, whether senior or low ranking, do not fall into that particular trap itself.
Okay, let me just quickly take our viewers through once again on this breaking story. One ISI operative along with a BSF, serving BSF head constable, as Kamaljeet Sandhu was just telling us, have been arrested for espionage by the Delhi police. In fact, several confidential and crucial documents have been recovered from them. Kaifatullah Khan, alias Master Raja, age 44, he is a resident of Rajouri district in Jammu and Kashmir. He is the handler of the PIO, having contacts in different security agencies through which he was procuring secret confidential information detrimental to the national security. Abdul Rashid, head constable in the BSF, posted in the intelligence wing of Border Security Force in Rajouri, has also been arrested. Let me quickly go across to Atir Khan, a deputy editor, who is on the phone line for more on this story. Atir, a big success as far as the Delhi police is concerned. Bring us up to speed about the investigation, and where are these men put up now?
Well, that's right. It is a major success as far as this module is concerned. It has been busted, but Ankit, there has been persistent efforts on the part of ISI to carry out extract information through such modules. And we have seen in the past that even some ISI operatives had tried calling up government offices and trying to seek information in one way or the other. But this is really a major breakthrough since they were being they were put under
surveillance. I request you to stay on with me. Mr. Prakash Singh, former DG BSF, is joining us on the phone line. Sir, is it alarming to you that a serving BSF head constable has been arrested for espionage, and in possession there were some confidential secret documents? This man was serving in the border intelligence wing.
Well, it's definitely a matter of concern, and I find it disturbing. I think the matter will need to be gone into very carefully, and the supervisory officers will have to ensure that there are no such leakages, no such subversion, and no such extraneous influences from ISI or any other agency on their cadres, on their personnel. This will require a lot of, they need to scrutinize and ensure that only the very best and the most reliable people are kept in the intelligence wings, and those who are entrusted with the handling of important documents.
Absolutely, sir. You've headed this force. In fact, I would also like to quickly ask you, what are the kind of precautions usually that are taken before people are selected for such sensitive postings?
Yes, I mean, before people are selected for such sensitive assignments where they are given charge of or custody of important documents,
Okay.
I think we have to be very careful about the kind of people we induct on such postings and such assignments.
Let me very quickly now go across to Mr. Javinder Yadav. He's the joint CP crime in Delhi Police. So first of all, congratulations to the force for busting this racket. I would also like to know, how did you get a tip-off, and how long was this operation?
This operation has been continuing for last few days, and we had got inputs from intelligence agencies regarding this Kafetullah, who is working as a laboratory assistant in Rajouri, in a school in Manjakot, and he is the handler, Indian side handler, who was in touch with the Pakistan-based ISI agents, and he had cultivated some people in the army and BSF to get important documents which could disclose the movement of the forces and movement and the vital installations and all those things.
So are we going to see more arrests in this, because you have arrested a serving BSF Jawan as far as this entire operation is concerned? Are we going to see more arrest people, possibly those who were in touch with either this Jawan or the handler?
Maybe, because Abdul Rashid is on the way from Kashmir. Our team is on the way. So once he reaches here tomorrow, and once we interrogate him and confront Kafetullah and Abdul Rashid with each other, we might get more details about this.
Sir, what sort of documents have been recovered from this arrest?
See, the team which had gone to Rajouri is still on the way, and once I see those documents, then only I'll be able to come.
Before I let you go, sir, what charges would you be applying to both of these men?
We have registered an FIR under the Official Secrets Act, and the Official Secret Act has already been applied against these people.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. Congratulations once again for busting this espionage racket being supported by Pakistan's notorious rogue agency, ISI. Mr. Prakash Singh is still with us on the phone line, sir. As the officer was telling us that they have been on this job for the last few days, do you suspect that there could be more compromises as far as the forces are concerned?
Well, one could only conjecture or guess. All I would say is that this calls for a overall checking of the staff. When staff which is on sensitive assignments, where they are holding important information, where they have custody of important, sensitive, secret documents, I think the department will need to go through and do a check on the credibility and the credentials and the reliability of the personnel.
Thank you so much for joining us here, sir, on India Today and sharing your expert comments. Let me quickly go across once again to Atir Khan, a Deputy Editor, India Today, who is joining me on the phone line on this. Atir, the Joint CP, in fact, told us that the police was on the job, the crime branch was on the job on this racket for the last few days. Success finally. Are we likely to see more arrests? Okay, we have lost that line with Atir. Let me quickly put that question to Kamaljeet, my colleague who is still on the phone line with me. Kamal, are we expecting to see more arrests in this case?
Well, definitely so. Delhi police would be looking, and remember, when there is a web of such a network where ISI actually does honey trap or does lure such men, they try and build more web, and as a matter of fact, they try and get more through one particular access or one particular source. And remember, that is how Kafetullah Khan as well as Abdul Rashid, who both are relatives, and they've been in touch with some of the officials in both BSF as well as the army. Who are these people? To what extent till the ISI really manage to build a special mole, sort of a network within the forces? That now needs to be unraveled. But at this point of time, remember, these are officials who are obviously at a lower level. They are privy to a certain amount of intelligence. Remember, because this man itself, who was the head constable in BSF,
Yes.
was very much with the intelligence wing. But definitely,
Okay.
what sort of intelligence was accessed, what sort of networking was done, would be unraveled in the next couple of days.
Thank you so much, Kamal, for bringing us all those details. So a big success as far as the Delhi police is concerned. An espionage racket has been busted. And as the Delhi police official there was telling us, this person is now on its way to Delhi.